Kwame was a young boy with dreams, bigger than the boundaries of his small Ghanaian village. Every evening, he would sit outside his family's hut, gazing at the distant forest that seemed to whisper secrets only he could hear. The villagers spoke of the forest as a sacred place, a realm where legends were born and trials were faced by those destined for greatness. Kwame longed to discover what lay beyond its veil of trees, unaware that his wish was about to come true. One night, as Kwame slept, an elderly woman appeared in his dream. Her silver-gray hair was wrapped in a gele, and she held a glowing wooden staff that pulsed with light. Her eyes carried wisdom and kindness, yet her voice was firm as she spoke. Kwame, the path to greatness is not through strength or riches, but through the weight of your heart. Tomorrow, you must go into the forest, has determined the leaders of your people for generations. There, you will face the test. Kwame woke with a start, clutching his chest. Beside him lay a small wooden heart, intricately carved, as if the dream had followed him into reality. His curiosity was ignited, and though his hands trembled, he knew what he had to do. The next morning, he told his family of his vision. His mother, her face lined with worry, kissed his forehead and told him to be brave. Armed with a satchel and his walking stick, Kwame made his way to the edge of the forest. As he stepped inside, a sense of mystery surrounded him. The trees stood tall and imposing, their moss-covered trunks reaching toward the heavens. Fireflies danced in the air, lighting his path, and the forest seemed alive, watching his every move. The journey was not easy. At one point, he came across a bird trapped in a thorny bush. Despite his urgency, Kwame stopped to free it, earning a grateful chirp before it flew away. Later, he faced a swift river that seemed impossible to cross. He paused, observing its flow, and carefully crafted a way across, using the fallen branches nearby. Each challenge tested his patience and compassion, but Kwame persevered. Finally, he reached a clearing bathed in ethereal light. In its center stood an ancient stone scale, massive and imposing. One side of the scale held an ornate golden crown that glimmered with power. The other side bore a radiant heart-shaped light, pulsing softly as if alive. Kwame approached cautiously, his footsteps echoing in the stillness. A voice, deep and resonant. "Kwame, to lead is to choose. What will you place upon the scale, the crown or the heart?" He stared at the scale, his heart pounding. The crown was tempting. It promised authority, respect, but his journey through the forest reminded him of the importance of kindness and connection. Kwame reached into his satchel and pulled out the wooden heart he had carried since morning. With trembling hands, he placed it on the scale.